Right, a very good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for taking the time to be with us today. I hope everyone is well and had your lunch. This year has been challenging one where we were caught up by surprise by the lockdown, and some businesses had a plan to maneuver around it, while others planned as they faced it. I recall when we promoted the business continuity program heavily at the earlier of this year, as many businesses were looking for solutions to work remotely out of the office, and we had many who signed up for it, and now we are able to work remotely. Well, December is here, and I hope we are more than prepared for 2021 and what is installed for us for next year. Right, before we get into our session, I have a couple of few reminders to announce. First off, if you are new to Teams and not sure or wondering how to ask questions throughout our session, well, here's how. Just look at the right-hand top corner of the Teams window and look for the icon that has a question mark in it. Click on it, that icon, and Windows will open, or it will open, and you will be able to drop your questions throughout the session over there. Also, for those who are joining us for the first time, I would like to get you to like our social media page, Facebook and LinkedIn, to get updates on our promotions and products and future events. Same place in the Q&A section, just click on the link and you'll be able to go to our Facebook and LinkedIn. For today's session, we would like to thank Beacon Hospital and SNS Networks for collaborating with us. Today, we will be talking about health, and who better to speak about health than doctor, right? As sometimes we take health for granted as we cope with our busy lifestyle, and that is one of the reasons how we came to decide on this topic for today, and how the reason why we're addressing it, right? So we got in touch with our friends from Beacon Hospital, and they graciously agreed to this webinar. For those of you who are new to Beacon Hospital, they have been around since 2005, founded and established by Mr. Victor Chia and Miss Mary Chen. Their vision is to create a hospital where people don't think of illnesses and sorrow when they think of hospital, but a place of hope and wellness, because everyone deserves access to healthcare that is provided in the best interest of patients. Beacon Hospital has more than 20 specialties and has won more than 6 awards to date. It is also the only cancer specialist hospital in Malaysia to receive the prestigious recognition for ESMO in 2018. With its state-of-the-art technology, Beacon also actively engages with the community through their CSR programs, such as their free cancer clinics, free mobile clinics, and many more. They also provide financial assistance for those who require them, and to date have provided over 30 million. Okay, I actually have a corporate video that I'm going to play. It's probably only going to take about 2 minutes for the video. So I'm going to show it. I'm going to present it to you shortly. Hold on, let me just get the video up. Okay, it just takes 2 minutes. Just give me a second as I share the screen. Right. And then we will start the session. Sorry about the delay. Here you go.
Your mic is off, Norman.
You're on mute, Norman.
Okay, sorry about that, guys. Technical error. Okay, so for today's session, we have Dr. Tong Wen Chee from Beacon Hospital, a graduate from UPM, with 3 years working experience in Sarawak General Hospital Emergency Department, and has been working in Beacon Hospital Healthcare Screening Department for the past 3 years. Hi, welcome, Dr. Chen.
Tong here.
Tong, sorry, Dr. Tong. Yes, hi.
Hello. Hi,
Hi.
everyone online. Yeah.
Welcome. And also for today's session, we don't need too much of an introduction to this guy. He's always been with us, right? And he's going to be moderating the session for today. We have with us someone from VLAN, who is the head of department, Mr. Surin. Hi, Mr. Surin. Good afternoon.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining this session, and thank you so much, Dr. Tung.
Thank you so much
Thank you.
for the opportunity. So yeah.
Okay, I'm going to pass
Thank
the
you for
session over to you, Surin.
Okay,
Take it
thanks,
away.
Norman. Thank you for the kind introduction, and again, thanks again a lot to the audiences that join in today. And we have, I think, like what Norman mentioned in the early of this introduction, I think it's the established cancer specialist healthcare industry. We have Beacon Hospital here, right? The specialist for cancer treatment in Malaysia. So I think pretty much we have seen the introduction about Beacon Hospital and how about the Beacon Hospital journey and the whole establishment of Beacon Hospital so far. So Dr. Tong, of course, I have a different segment of questions for today so that the audience can, gain through a lot, not only talking about hospitals, the programs that you all have, but also to get some insights of what's happening now and how are the businesses can can gain some sort of best practices from Beacon Hospital themselves on how you all coping up with the current situations and things like that. But before that, on a personal note, right? What is your point of view as a medical specialist, Dr. Tong? Because just to let you know, I'm from Klang. So having said Klang now, people, if I say Klang only, my clients will be like, "Hey, Surin, don't come and see me." Right? So pretty much, it's quite chaotic out there when people say that, "Oh, okay, you're coming from a red zone, you're coming from a yellow zone." People are very skeptical to have a face-to-face discussion. Hence, that's the main reason why we have to do this webinar online, right? But then having this webinar online, meaning also that we really know how we can prepare ourselves to run the business, continue the business, talking about business continuity in this economic situation or in this pandemic situation, things like that. But from your point of view as a medical specialist, how do you see this situation, current trendings, and and this whole circumstances? Yep.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Surendran. And first of all, thank you for VLAN for inviting us, giving us this opportunity to have this sharing. So yeah, now we can see that the cases are rising every day. It's like more than 1,000 of cases. For me, from a medical point of view, I mean, like we just have to adhere to whatever guidelines that the government give us, social distancing, wearing masks, good hand hygiene. So we have to keep reminding ourselves to keep all these practices. And then since now we can travel interstate, so everyone have to be careful, yeah, maintain the social distancing, and hopefully the cases won't go up higher in like 2 or 3 weeks time, yeah. Whereas this pandemic, it does affect many people, and it affects a lot of businesses as well. So to me, I think this is a time where anyone who is doing business have to really rethink their business model and all to adapt to this current pandemic situation. This is something which inevitable. Everyone have to face it. Yeah, like in Beacon Hospital, we are doing quite well. Yeah, so hopefully everyone can get some form of ideas or can get some benefits from my sharing today. Yeah. Thank you.
Definitely, doctors. One thing also to the audiences today is that So VLAN and Beacon have a relationship, I think, for past going to be close to 1 year, right? So Beacon Hospital is one of those hospitals that we know that have adopted digitalization, and having to say that they have also adopted a very good contact center system, as well as trying to ensure that they can actually scale faster to meet the current pandemic situation, right? So this is just a small one-liner from me, but Doctor, so perhaps you can share more on touching to the same point, right? Especially during this kind of pandemic situation, how Beacon as a healthcare industry hospital trying to cope up this whole situation, and how do you, how do you think that you can, advise on the best practices that businesses can actually obtain and try to use that as well to go through this journey? And maybe you can share as well what Beacon Hospital have in its roadmap.
Yeah, so since the beginning, I mean around February this year, we have started our own this COVID-19 task force, and then we adhere to all the COVID-19 guidelines issued by the MOH. So we have started some of the key programs. For example, we have a mandatory entrance screening for the patients, and we have a mandatory RTK or the PCR test for all the inpatients, and of course wearing masks all the time in the hospital premises, and we have this hand sanitizers everywhere, and also we make sure that everyone is like having 1 meter of the social distancing. So apart from that, we also have programs, some of the programs that we are working on. For example, we work closely with MOH to vaccinate all the healthcare workers when the vaccine is available, and we also provide telehealth services to follow up with patients. We also set up home services for the nursing and also the palliative care, set up the telehealth service for the new patients, and also we set up the Beacon Medical Center in every state to provide medical and health screening services. Yeah.
Wow, that's like a long list things that Beacon already, already trying to adapt and also trying to implement in order to, to go through this kind of a pandemic situation, right? So yeah, I think it's a fantastic sharing, Dr. Tong. I think in your point just now, you mentioned about telehealth services and also expansion of Beacon medical centers in every state. Wow, that's like a very big roadmap that we're looking ahead, right? So definitely from scalability perspective, because if you want to scale bigger or you want to grow, in across all the states in Malaysia, definitely I believe you need a strong collaboration mechanism, right? Not necessarily collaboration mechanism internally, but then with also some of the other corporates or with your current associates across healthcare industries. I think definitely this collaboration mechanism, something that you already plan on. So touching on this particular point, right? I just wanted to know, like, how Beacon ensure this kind of collaboration with corporates are being done consistently, and what are the relevant programs that you work along with corporates, and something that maybe the audiences can also take away from today's session. Yep, go ahead, Doctor.
So thank you so much. So for this, please allow me to share my slides. Yeah, just hold on a moment. Yeah, okay. So yes, so Beacon Hospital, actually, we just want to be, how to say, we want to give the most value for all the people outside. Yeah, so for us, from the health, for me, from the health screening department, prevention is something which is always better than cure. So we believe in early detection of the illnesses so that we can, how to say, provide a better health for the people. Yeah. So in the company, people are the most valuable asset, and investing in their health is just as important as investing in any part of the business. So this is helpful for two main reasons: financial and also cultural. So health screening benefits the employer financially in the long run. So sick pay can be very expensive. And if an employee's health issues is picked up before it becomes debilitating and it results in sick days, so everyone wins. The employer does not have to spend time and also money looking for replacement staff or pay out for the sick pay. And this helps the culture of the organization, resulting in less sick days taken all around. So in terms of culture, it is fundamentally important to care about the well-being of your staff. So this is vital when attracting employees, and as part of a benefits package, it also shows that the employer values their employees' health and welfare. So this is important for staff morale and also confidence in their employer. So resulting in a higher retention. Any company which values the health of its staffs and not only providing a safe and positive working environment, but it's also helping to ensure that any workplace health concerns are picked up before they become an issue. So this is clearly benefits for the employer too, and as it raises any health and safety concerns before they become an issue. So for the employees, first of all, health screening provides a peace of mind. Helping employees to learn more about their own health not only allows them to be made aware of any health issues they might not have known about, but it also provides reassurance that their employer is concerned about their health and well-being of them. And employees can benefit from health screening in many ways. Basic tests can flag up all sorts of conditions that the employee may not have been aware, especially the non-communicable diseases. For example, hypertension, diabetes, and the risk factors to be mindful in the future. So early detection and treatment can control and manage these diseases to reduce the morbidity and mortality, thereby avoiding heavy medical costs due to chronic diseases and hospitalization. Regular routine screening allows a picture of the employee's health to be built up over time, and also from 1 year to the next, they can see any changes to their statistics that could indicate health issues. Employees also will receive the health education to adjust to a better lifestyle and be informed of any age or gender related cancers and illnesses that they may need to be aware of and symptoms of these illnesses. So as I mentioned earlier, health screening is important to detect any early signs of non-communicable diseases and the risk factors. Yeah. So when properly integrated with a corporate wellness plan, so screening can help to reduce the health risk, improve the health status, reduce the healthcare costs, and also improve the productivity and performance of the workforce. Yeah. So there are actually 4 major lifestyle related risk factors, which are the tobacco use, unhealthy diets, physical inactivity, and also harmful use of alcohol. And because of all these risk factors, there are 4 major groups of non-communicable diseases, very common, which are like heart disease, stroke, diabetes, cancers, and also chronic lung disease. So they are all interrelated. So this table here actually shows the lost productivity due to absenteeism by disease in Malaysia in 2017. And this is from the MOH website. So an estimated total of 15.3 million working days were likely lost in Malaysia in 2017 due to the 3 major non-communicable disease categories. So this amounted to a productivity loss to the Malaysian economy of 2.61 billion. Diabetes was the largest contributor to the working days loss, accounting for an estimated 7.9 million lost working days, or 51.5% of the total, amounting to a cost of 1.35 billion ringgit Malaysia. So cardiovascular disease was a very close second, accounting for 6.7 million lost working days and about 44.1% of the productivity loss, which is about 1.15 billion. Now this table shows that nearly 2/3, which is about 62.1% of the burden of disease losses from cardiovascular disease were attributable to unhealthy diets, while tobacco use contributed to 1/4 of the losses. The same risk factors featured for the burden of disease losses from diabetes, although the attributable percentages were considerably smaller, about 39.7% and also 18.5% respectively. Of the 4 risk factors under the study, tobacco consumption attributed to the highest proportion of premature deaths from cancer, about 18%. And whereas low physical activity and alcohol use were not so prominent as risk factors across any of these 3 non-communicable disease categories. So from health screening and also wellness center, from our point of view, actually our key strength is we are able to customize the health screening packages according to the employee's needs. After doing the examination and tests, the doctors will explain the reports and give the necessary health advices to them. On top of that, we are able to provide free transportation to and from Beacon Hospital and also free food, free breakfast and free lunch. There will be also free gifts as an appreciation for their attendance. So here's a sample of the customized health packages for the health screening. It is customized to fit the employee's age group, employer's needs, and also the nature of job scope. So Beacon Hospital will always provide signature program and collaborate with our corporate clients to have more joint activities to raise the awareness and importance of medical checkup. So how do we do that? So we can organize mini health carnival to encourage more employees to participate in the program. And during the carnival, there will be complimentary tests such as uric acid test and also the blood pressure check provided. Body composition analysis test is also another client's favorite test, as they are always curious about their body muscles and fat composition. So besides all the complimentary tests, we also invite our partners to make the event more interesting with a carnival ambience and with discounted price on these products. So Help Desk program is an event where we set up booth at a place in the company to increase awareness of the health screening with free tests provided. So here we can see that Beacon also collaborate with companies to organize fitness challenge campaign, and also we have this floor-to-floor event also. If you want more information, later on I will give you a contact to contact our director over here. Yeah. And apart from that, we also have health talks, and these health talks are given by the consultants, the specialists, the medical officers, and also the dietitians on topics that which interest the employees and the employers in the companies. So during that time, if anything, like any questions, you can everyone in the company will have the chance to ask questions from these specialists and medical officers, as well as the dietitians. So for the convenience, for the company employees' convenience, we provide in-house blood tests, which is something very flexible, which you don't have to worry about transportation or schedule arrangements. We will send staff to do blood tests at your premise, and then later on we will provide transportation to bring you to our hospital to resume the other tests, for example, the imaging test, thereby avoiding the long waiting time. So here is some tests of what we can provide in the health screening packages. And this one is another customized program, which is known as the Know Your Risk of Stroke, Heart, Diabetes and Cancer program. And this one is usually for smaller companies, where we provide comprehensive in-house blood tests. So after doing the blood test, then we will come up with a Framingham risk score, which is what you see from the slide here. And this Framingham risk score is to measure the risk of developing heart disease in the near 10 years. And then later on, we will have this coffee chat with the dietitian, so that the people can know how to improve their health condition better. Yeah, so this is also another comparison where we can cater for year-to-year comparison for our clients, and then we provide this sample to the HR. So beside all those customized programs, we also have training programs, this, for example, claimable under the HRDF. And similar to the customized program, blood tests will be carried out at the company. The results will be analyzed by the doctor, and a one-day workshop will be held with all the 6 modules. So any additional tests added on will be charged at a special price too. So apart from all these, CSR is always our priority. So we always collaborate with government grant in order to provide free screening and also the latest updated grant to our clients, especially like a free mammogram, for example, Picasso, Mammosa, and LPPKN. So this one here is special, how to say, promotion for anyone who is online now. If you would like to know more about the health screening packages in our hospital, you can contact. Later on, I'll give you the contact of the director over here. And if you sign up, this will last until end of March. And if you sign up, we will give you these freebies, glassware freebies. Yeah. Okay, so interested to know more, can always contact Miss Jenny Leong, which is our director here, with this WhatsApp phone number and also the email. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. I think it's a great presentation, Doctor. Thank you so much. If you don't mind, can you can Doctor just talk about again, just to emphasize to the audience today, right? So there is one part that you mentioned as part of the CSR program, right? Yeah. So can you elaborate that specifically? I think the audience might really interested to know the packaging concept, because I think I saw there's a huge discount there from 900 to 200 and things like that. So maybe you just want to talk about that particular CSR, just specifically on that, or maybe you can just display that portion. Yeah.
That's the CSR. Oh,
I think it's already in the screen now. Yes, that's the one.
Oh, this is the one that you're asking?
Yes. This particular package. Yep.
All right. Actually, this one is the health screening packages that we provide to anyone. So these health screening packages, we have as you can see, number 1, 2, 3, we have executive beacon screening test, the cancer beacon screening test, and also the cardiac beacon screening test. For the executive ones, we have the basic blood test, and the blood test, and also the urine test. So as you can see, the price is from 699 to after the 450 deduction. So it will be 249, which is, I would say, very affordable. Whereas for the cancer beacon screening, it comprises of not only the blood and urine test. To me personally, most importantly, if you want to have a more thorough health check, you must include some of the imaging tests. So in this cancer beacon screening, we have the ultrasound scan for the abdomen and pelvis, chest x-ray, and also the ECG. This is something very important because some of the condition, like for example, cysts or tumors, you can't actually see from blood and urine tests, and you need this imaging test. So the price is about 600. And the other package, which is the cardiac beacon screening, is mainly for the heart, for the assessment for the heart. So for this one, we have stress tests included, either stress test or the CT calcium score, and it's about 800. And this is something which is very affordable, and it can be available for everyone to screen. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Doctor. So I think the audiences can actually just take note of this, because this is a very important discounts in place, I think, on the health packages. As personally having a working relationship with Beacon Hospital, I've been there and I've seen how a lot of corporates working together with Beacon Hospitals to actually provide these screening packages to their employees. So definitely it'll be very beneficial if the entire audiences take note of that today. I think we do have 1 or 2 questions. I'll pass it to Norman. Hi, Norman, over to you.
Hi, Surin. Okay, so before we start the Q&A session, I would appreciate if you can actually scan and give us a feedback as well. And we're also giving away a JBL Bluetooth speaker for today's session, Surin. So today's sessions, so one of our partners, SNS Network, actually sponsors a JBL speaker to give away. So we're actually giving away to a lucky winner. Is Miss Salbia Shaharuddin Javamani from IJN. If you are still in the session, please drop us a hello on our Q&A section, and then we will actually get in touch with you and send you the Bluetooth speaker. Yeah, so while we wait for it to actually reply in the Q&A section, if you have actually any questions that you'd like to ask Dr. Tong or Surin, you can actually drop it in the Q&A section as well. Yeah, so Dr. Tong, I actually have one question, which is, does Beacon provide on-site screening, because you shared with us, right? So this is actually an on-site screening. You actually provide the screening to the offices or the factories, right? Your team will go there for the screening, right? So they don't actually need to come to the hospital. So that's a plus point.
Yeah, actually, this one, this is something which can, how to say, is like a convenience for the companies and the staff. Yeah.
Okay, and the other question is that how does the corporate will get in touch with you all, besides the one that they can actually email to Jenny or contact Jenny, but then is there any specific people that you, Beacon will just like, okay, what if employees straight away come to you and say that, oh, I want to screen myself, right? And then I want to propose this to my management, so do they need to fill up a form, or what kind of a typical procedure that's available?
Actually, they can just walk into the health screening center here in Beacon Hospital, or like what you say, they can also contact Jenny. Best will be to contact Miss Jenny, because it will be better for us to show you the packages that we have, and also to make appointments, because our appointments are actually, yeah, quite full every day. So it will be better to just contact Jenny to make an appointment, and also Jenny will give you all the informations that they need. Yeah.
Okay, definitely.
Another question, Doctor. Since COVID is rampantly happening, right, and it's difficult for some to actually go to hospitals, right? Do you actually provide on-site services for screening, as well as how much? There's a question that came in. How much does it cost? Miss Angela has asked, how much does it cost for the COVID-19 test per pax for individuals, and how long does it? How long is the wait for the result?
You mean, is this for the health screening, or is it for COVID tests?
COVID test. The
Oh,
COVID
for
testing.
COVID tests.
Yeah.
Okay. Just okay. So for COVID test, it's roughly about 300 to 350. Yeah. So actually, same thing. This one can actually contact with Miss Jenny to get the exact price. Yeah. Actually, it's also subject to the number of packs lah. Yeah.
Okay.
I see. And how long does it take for the results?
About 24 hours.
That's for the rapid one, is it?
That is for the PCR.
The PCR.
PCR.
I see. Okay.
PCR.
Do you provide rapid one as well?
You mean the rapid antigen test, is it?
Yes.
Yeah, that one will be about the price will be at 180.
Right.
Yeah.
Just curious, is it what do you call this? Is it accurate to take the rapid test? Just curious to find out, because there are a lot of rumors out there that says that it's not really accurate to take it and stuff like that. So would you recommend?
Yeah, of course, if compared to PCR, that PCR will be the best.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So PCR, it only takes 24 hours to get the results back. That's quite fast, eh?
PCR about 24, and the rapid test about 3 hours.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I believe you also provide transportation for those who require who wants to actually do the screening and do not have transport, right?
Yes, that will be possible.
For health screenings, right?
Yeah.
Is there a radius for that? Do you cover?
It's within Klang Valley region.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So you actually provide for health screening, you also provide transportation, as well as you cover within the Klang Valley.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah, so Miss Salbia Saharuddin, you have not yet responded to us. Hopefully you can actually drop us a message, because you're actually a winner for the Bluetooth speaker that we're giving away today. Yeah, so we'll get in touch with you. Yeah, and if you have any other questions, do drop your questions in the Q&A section, and we will take them. Thanks, Angela, for that question that you asked about the PCR COVID-19 testing. Right. So this promotion, right, doctor, how is there an expiry date on it?
Oh, you mean just now the packages?
Yes, the package.
Until 31st March?
Ah, right.
Yeah.
Okay. And how often do people actually is there like a period where it's a peak period where people actually come for test health screening, or is it something that they do it on a regular basis? You have a lot of people coming into the hospital. How's it like?
Throughout the years, actually, our peak is somewhere near year end. Yeah, around September onwards, then it'll be like very full. Yeah. So, but anyway, usually I will recommend a yearly screening because, as we all know, health is the most important in our life. So I will usually recommend a yearly screening. So if you want to try to avoid the peak season, then probably you can come in like early of the year or mid of the year. Year end, yeah, we have a lot of patients for year end.
Right. It is very good to actually have this in the if our companies actually enforce this and also implement this, whereby we get screenings, is good for the employees as well, because it helps us to, what do you call this, make sure that we actually go for the screening on a annual basis. I believe many employees don't actually go for screenings. One is because of financial reasons, and the other is because of the convenience of going for screenings, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is a
Actually,
good.
a number of people also, they don't really dare to come for screening because they don't dare to face the results. So I think this is something you have to change your mindset, because it's better to detect if you have any diseases or illness. It's better to detect it early, face it early, get the treatment as early as possible. The prognosis will be better. Yeah, so there are many patients coming telling me that they didn't do any screening test for like 5 years or 6 years.
Wow.
Yeah, that is something which I don't really encourage. And please do the screening test, even if not yearly. Better to do it at least every 2 years once. Yeah, because it's really important. I've seen many cases, they come, they thought they are healthy, but there are findings, yeah, which kind of like miss it.
It's like it's like silent. They say it's a silent killer, right?
Yes. So not even, I've seen like age 18 years old, 19 years old, very slim, very healthy looking, and yet she has a 20 cm size of ovarian cyst. Or like some people 40 plus years old, no smoking history, just a bit of pain over the chest, and they thought it's muscle pain, and the pain has been there for like 1 to 2 years, and when they come to have a check, it's actually a lung cancer. So yeah, I don't like to see all these result, but please do come and do health screening routinely. Yeah.
There's a question that came in. They're asking is, do you have screening test programs for breast cancer?
Screening test program. We have screening, the mammogram, which is for anyone who is 40 years old and above, and also anyone which is 40 years old and below. Then we will recommend ultrasound breast. Yeah.
So you do have the facility.
It's done by the radiologist. The result will be reported by the radiologist. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It is very important to get it get yourself checked, right? I mean, like, we maintain our cars on a regular basis. Our body is such that we also need to maintain it, right?
Yes, it's very important.
Yeah, we only have one engine, our heart, right?
Yes. So every time I will recommend, at the end of the report, explanation for the patients, I will always emphasize to them to do the screening routinely, and not only health screening. You have to do it routinely every year or every 2 year once. If you have some medical health issue, for example, if you have diabetes or any heart problem or kidney problem, please make sure that you go to your physician, follow up with your physician or your surgeons. Don't default the follow-up and treatment. This is very important also. Yeah, some people they will think that I can just get the medications from the pharmacies, I can monitor it myself, but sometimes you might miss something. Yeah, so it's important to follow up with the physicians also.
True, true. Is there any last words that you would like to share, or any last advice that you want to share with the audience, Doctor?
Yeah, so as today's topic is about prevention is better than cure. So and as I've presented earlier on that by doing routine screening for the employees is actually have a lot of benefits for both the companies, the employers, and also the employees. So this is something which I hope everyone can take home this message and just how to say anything that if you want to know regarding what Beacon can offer or how Beacon can collaborate with you, can always email and also call or WhatsApp to Miss Jenny to know more about it. Yeah.
Thanks, Doctor. Surin, any last words from you?
I think I would just say that I'm not a medical expert, so I would just say that just follow doctor's advice lah. I mean, I'm one of those in that many percentage that have never done screening before, so I definitely need to be doing those as soon as possible. But then, in my personal experience, I think the topic today, prevention is better than cure. It's not only from a medical perspective is beneficial, but it's also from a corporate perspective. Even in the crisis of this, who have predicted that COVID gonna come and eat us like this, right? So no one has predicted. So we have always have to be ready to face this kind of situation in any time in future. COVID is a good lesson for us. Give us an indication on how we should be prepared, even from our own health, immune system, medical, economy, business, everything, right? So I think the prevention is better than cure. I think it depicts the entire world's current situation at the moment, which is we thank you so much again to Dr. Tong and also Beacon Hospital that willing to share a very important lesson today. And for the audiences today, I mean, of course, it's not about the free gift. It's not about the discount packages. I think the fact that matter is it's just like what Norman mentioned. We have just one engine and one life. So I think you should know what is your priority. So stay safe and stay healthy. That's all. Norman, back to you.
Thanks, Surin. Thanks, Dr. Tong. Right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. That's all the time we have. So you have any questions that you'd like to ask us with regards to our services, our products, you can always drop us an email. And if you want to get in touch with Surin as well, you can always drop us an email. The email address is displayed on the screen. You can also call us. The phone number is there. Or you can also WhatsApp us. Follow our social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, and we'll get in touch with you through the emails that you send us, right? In the time being, still stay safe. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. It's a new year coming. I hope everyone is going to actually sign up for this and get your health checked so that we start a new year, brand new year, healthy and strong, right? Thanks, everyone. Thank you for joining us, and have a good year ahead. Thank you.